Man in the High Castle in the park signed in 2 bills today. I'm obviously talking about the President of Ireland. I wouldn't even call him a President of Ireland. I would not even call him that, to be honest, because again, what he done to the army, and what he's done now to the country, it's a disgrace and he should resign. Again, the media, just to say this before I go on, the media, RT and the rest of them are like, oh, he carefully decided this, and then he just took the government side. He didn't think about it, he just signed it. He just signed straight away, didn't look at it probably, didn't even know what it was, he just signed it. Didn't even ask any questions. He could have 3 times he could have refused to sign it, and it could have went to the Supreme Court. He could have bought time. And again, Michael D. Higgins, you're a disgrace. You didn't go with your people. The mother and baby home, for example, this is the main one, and see it in the fires for 30 years. And more or less giving Tusla a bit more power too, which is obviously corrupt. If you're watching Angela Way, which I recommend you show her some support. Angela Way is going through hell with Tusla. Again, Michael D. Higgins didn't care. What this means, that they'd be sealing away the fires for 30 years. And 150k people signed a petition. Again, that's a lot of people. That's not 1 or 2 people. That's a lot of people. That's the population of Cavan, Leitrim, Monaghan, and probably a good bit of Meath too. So that's all them counties combined together, along with other petitions too, and with street petitions and things like that set up too, along with loads of people, politics and everything like that. Even some councillors said it shouldn't be done. He still went ahead and done it. Again, he didn't side with the people. He could have said to the government straight, I utterly refuse to sign this. I will sign if you make me sign this. And he didn't do that. He didn't. He just turned around and signed it. Again, I haven't seen one person, like there's been people over the years, and I've been saying about Michael Higgins, about the army, for example. He said about pay. He's mentioned it once, and everybody thought it was good. And I thought it was good. I might as well tell you sorry, because finally one time he spoke up and said the army deserve better pay. And I was like, finally, he's going to speak and he's going to do something. He's going to either annoy the Minister for Defence, saying they should be given a bit more pay. He didn't fuck all. He sat down and he's done fuck all. He said that and then he didn't do anything else after that. Utterly useless. Like, at least I think Mary McAleese or Mary Robertson would have never signed it. I don't think Mary Robertson would have signed it. I might as well say straight, Mary Robertson I don't think would be that type of person who would see away fires for 30 years on parents that want to find their children, or the opposite way around, children want to find their parents. But I don't think I think she would have well been dead to sign it. At least they give it, Mary Robertson and Mary McAleese, at least we'll give them that. Especially Mary McAleese, I don't think would even do that to give the church the satisfaction. But Michael Higgins couldn't care, and then he signed in the public health bill thing, saying that the guards can close down this, that, the guards can do this, that, giving them the Minister for Health unlimited powers, more or less, to run around the country and do whatever they want, to close non-essential businesses, things like that, to go in and close businesses that are open that are non-essential, and just, basically be a nuisance. Basically what he's signing is more extra laws just to annoy people and just to be a nuisance, the guards to be a nuisance. Again, he could have said straight, I don't want a thing to do with it. Utterly refuse to say. And the media, I was just saying there a second ago, the media, the Irish Journal, the Irish Journal.ie, the Irish Times, spin it, like carefully thought, me fucking hole. Me whole. I'm not talking about me whole man. Me whole man can probably get said to him, sounding like a good leprechaun, in your castle in the park. He's away from his subjects. Michael D. Higgins is away from his subjects in the park, away from the people. He's too up in the park, away from the people of Ireland. He's not on the ground with the people of Ireland. He's up in his high castle. Like, me whole, like, honest to God, I never heard such shite in my life. The media saying, oh, he carefully considered it. Well, he could have said, wait 2 months. He could have tried and buy time. He could have bought time for as long as he wanted. He could have said, I need another month to think about it. And he said to the government, wait for another month. And he could have bought time then. And then when the month came past, he could have said, I'll bring it to the Supreme Court. And then after the Supreme Court probably bring it back to him, he could have went again and again. He could have went 3 times. He could have bought 3 months probably out of it. But no, he signed it utterly. Like, again, people over the years have been saying I was too hard on Michael Higgins. This is everybody. I haven't seen one person take up for Michael Higgins and said, he done a good job. He done well in signing. Nobody, like, you couldn't say that. And I suppose the NGOs and the rest of them are not coming out saying, "Oh, Michael Higgins is my best friend," yada yada yada. It's this, like, imagine Donald Trump. Imagine if you said that to Donald Trump, to the person involved, signed in a bill to see if documents on children that have been sold, who abused and everything, and sold to families in America and different countries. Imagine if you said that to Donald Trump. Imagine if you asked Donald Trump to sign it. And first of all, I don't think anybody would tell Donald Trump to sign it. I think he signed it on his own will. If he would decide, because again, Michael Higgins was told when he was asked, "Would you sign this like a good leprechaun? We give you a few extra bucks." Because again, this is what Ireland is now. This is what Ireland is. Great country, isn't it? It's just a fucking brilliant country.